If you think Robert Altman made a mess of the Army in MASH, wait till you see what he does to the cops in Brewster McCloud.
What do you think we are down here, stupid?
We take you now to the Houston airport, where super cop Frank Shaft has just arrived to work on the recent rash of mysterious strangulation murders.
What's this stuff in his eye?
It's bird.
But I don't believe we could determine what kind of bird it came from.
Now, there's a killer lives in this city, Johnson. We're gonna get him, or we're gonna go downtown and play politics.
Brewster McCloud, the movie that has all the cops asking one question. Who is the Houston Strangler? Could it be Daphne Heap, longtime Houston socialite?
That's why I bought you these uniforms! Now!
What's the matter, honey? Your leg hurt?
God damn it! That's yours?
Could it be Douglas D. Green, longtime Houston narcotics agent?
Get over there!
Green. Narcotics.
Or is it 99-year-old Leonard Wright?
Don't you ever lay a hand on my money. Cloud.
Okay, Johnson, I see you.
Or maybe the Houston Strangler is the lovely Suzanne.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun for a new day, our day's begun. Let's march on till victory is won.
Brewster McCloud, a young boy's heroic struggle against the combined forces of gravity and the Houston police.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And this review is going to be on Brewster McCloud, which was released in 1970 and stars Bud Cort, Sally Kellerman, Michael Murphy, William Wyndham, and René, Auberjonois, and also Shelley Duval in her motion picture debut. The film also has Margaret Hamilton and Stacy Keach and Jennifer Salt. And I just got done watching this film and I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a very good movie, very underrated in my opinion. A lot of people probably have never heard of this film, but it's a black comedy, and it's directed by Robert Altman, who directed MASH, which was released in 1970. Of course, you know, the film that was based off of the novel, and then the TV series followed after the film. But basically what the film is about is Brewster McCloud, who is played by Bud Cort. He's a guy who lives in a fallout shelter that's under the Houston Astrodome, which the Astrodome is no longer there today in Houston. Of course, to us wrestling fans, that was where WrestleMania 17 took place, you know, one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time at the Astrodome. And pretty much basically, Bud Cort as Brewster McCloud, he is building a pair of wings in order to fly because, you know, he wants to, you know, fly like a bird. And in the process of him building these wings, there are these bird-related murders happening, you know, around the town, where a bird comes down and, you know, drops, you know, bird shit on, you know, them, and pretty much basically they're murdered. The police think that Brewster McCloud, you know, Bud Cort's character, you know, is the one that's doing these murders. And, that's pretty much basically, what the plot to the film is about. Just Bud Cort's character, Brewster McCloud, just trying to, create these wings in order for him to fly like a bird. But Bud Cort's character as Brewster McCloud, very weird, character here where, he's fascinated about flying, wanting to fly like a bird, and, pretty much basically, him possibly being tied to these murders that are going around town. But pretty much, very weird character Brewster McCloud is. But with the character of Brewster McCloud, of him building these wings and, trying to fly like a bird, it kind of reminds me of another film that, deals with the same, thing, but, reference, but different, is the film Birdie with Matthew Modine and Nicolas Cage, which that is a very underrated film that I really enjoy, which is directed by Alan Parker, where basically in that film, Matthew Modine and Nicolas Cage's characters, they are fascinated with birds and, the bird's ability to fly, and Matthew Modine's character, becomes, so obsessed that he wants to fly as well, and, both Matthew Modine and Nicolas Cage's characters in that film, have a hobby of catching pigeons. That film kind of reminded me of, Brewster McCloud here, a little bit, but, different plots. But you also have Sally Kellerman, who plays Louise, who, is trying to help, Brewster McCloud, and she ends up warning Brewster, later on about, having, sexual intercourse as it could kill his instinct to fly. Also, Shelley Duval is in the film. She plays Suzanne Davis. Shelley Duval, may she rest in peace. She ended up passing away on the 11th of this month, July. But basically, her character, she falls for Brewster, and how they meet is, Brewster ends up, going into a car, trying to steal a car, and Shelley Duvall's character has a nice car in the film. It's a Roadrunner. It's a Plymouth Roadrunner. Very nice, looking car from back in the day. And, they get to know each other, and they get to, pretty much date. So, early appearance from Shelley Duvall here in her motion picture debut. You also have René Auberjonois, who plays the lecturer of the film, where he is basically, teaching, the audience about, like birds, and he's just making bird noises at points, like, yeah, like that. You also have Margaret Hamilton in the film, where she is, at the beginning of the film, trying to perform the Star Spangled Banner, and she ends up saying that the band is off key. She is also one of the victims who are strangled and covered in bird droppings. But I like the reference when we see Margaret Hamilton's character, dead, where she ends up wearing the ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. Because of course Margaret Hamilton plays the Wicked Witch of the West. Iconic performance from her in that masterpiece of a film. And, of course in that film she, wanted to take the ruby slippers from Judy Garland, Dorothy. So I thought that was a nice, reference, here in the film where, she ends up wearing the ruby slippers, and, you hear like a few bars from Somewhere Over the Rainbow being heard. Thought that was pretty nice, pretty nice to hear, like a little like bar of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. You also have later on a nice chase scene, which I thought was pretty well filmed. Stacy Keach also was in the film, where Brewster McCloud ends up driving him everywhere, and how he dies is he starts rolling down the street in his wheelchair, and I'm like, oh, how is he rolling down the street in his wheelchair. This is before, I guess, electric wheelchairs, came into play. But he's the first victim to, be, strangled by these, with the bird droppings. But overall, Brewster McCloud, really liked this film, really enjoyed it. I think it's very underrated. Not many people have heard of this film, but it's definitely, a film to check out. And I love, the end scene where he finally, is able to fly, and he flies, in the Astrodome, which, was cool, while he's trying to escape from the police. But Brewster McCloud, really enjoyed the film. Definitely check it out. I would recommend it. And, it's definitely worth watching. So it's very underrated. But anyways, that's it for my review of Brewster McCloud. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later tonight with the Monday Night Raw review. So, see you all later tonight.